I am a firm believer that everyone has something to share from their own knowledge base and experience or platform where they are sitting. And whether this is your personal experience or your work experience, it's really important that we share these and motivate and empower other people and help them to expand their horizons and start to see things deeper and differently than they did before they came upon that knowledge. And today I've decided to share this assessment framework with you to motivate you to use this as a self assessment tool or a professional in the front line who may have seen it differently and can learn something from how I see it. So, when we work with families in the front line, we have the child in the middle only because the children are vulnerable and they can't really speak for themselves. So, with the child in the middle, you look at the child's needs and how they are being met within that family. And then you can explore why things are going wrong and how you can help. If the children's appointments are being missed, why is that? Is it a language barrier for the parents? Is it an anxiety or a trigger from previous issues? How is the child's education? Why is the parent struggling to meet those educational needs? And then you go down this triangle side on the child's developmental needs and look at every one of those needs. There is never an expectation that all of these needs should be met perfectly, but just good enough to keep a balance on that side of the child's needs. And then you explore these issues by looking at parenting capacity because it's the parent's ability to meet these needs that is going to be impacting in one way or the other on that child's experience. So, when a parent is able to provide basic care for the home, such as food, shelter, and a clean home, ensuring safety in terms of a tidy home, hygiene, and the kind of people you bring to the house, really, and what risk those people present to the children, internet safety as well. And then the emotional warmth is in regards to the general language. How do you speak to the children? What's the home culture? What's the warmth and the laughter and the food and how you live your lives in general? How well stimulated are the children? Whether you're baking together and just joking and going out to parks, and they are using those things to expand their lives and to feel stimulated with you and with others. Guidance and boundaries relates to your boundaries at home, the rules, the discipline, and how appropriate that is, that it's meant to teach and not break the children down. And the overall stability in terms of they know their home, they know where they belong, they come home every night, they are not being tossed around. And then you find that a parent's own capacity is impacted by the family and environmental factors, which these can tip either side of the triangle down. If you have a housing issue or you live in a neighborhood where there is crime and there is anxiety or floods, then this issue alone could potentially destabilize everything that you're doing right in the other sides of the triangle. So, how is the family functioning? The parental relationships, the whole generational issues. And again, those can have impacts or those can be supporting factors for parents or the child. You find that grandparents or aunties come through to save the day for families, to provide respite, money, childcare, advice, and just an identity that translates and transfers to the family in a positive or negative manner. What is the employment? What is the income? And these two do not define a happy and healthy home. It's about how the family's mindset and coping is wrapped around these things and what you can do to help. And finally, as you go down this side, you look into the intergenerational issues and the impact on both sides. Are there people here who present immediate direct risk to the children, or is it the anxiety, stress, or even positive things that are coming from this side directly to the parent? But for the purposes of this reflection, I'm not talking about children or safeguarding. I'm talking about you as the adult watching this. And I want you to place yourself, put your name in the middle of this circle, and then think back to your own experiences as a child of these issues. What was your health growing up? And how did those health issues make you feel? And if you were never sick, now how are you experiencing health issues? How was your education? What was your attendance? What were your experiences in school? Behavior. How was your behavior in school? And how did that fit into relationships with other children and expectations from parents? How did you define yourself as a boy, as a girl, as a family member of that family? And go down this triangle and really see how this relates to you in the middle. And then think about how that has defined you as this grown-up child and how that is then impacting the decisions that you're making now for yourself, for your employment, and for those that surround you. Who are the people in your life? What is the impact that they are bringing to you in terms of emotion and identity, and really the positive outcomes that can be presented for you as the adult child sitting here? What is this side in terms of your own parents, whether they are alive or dead? What anxiety, what safety, what stability is coming to you? Because I think as grown people, we often forget that we are still children and that we are still individuals and that we are in need of love and nurture and stimulation and safety. And so who is surrounding you? Who makes up your triangle? And what impact is that whole network having upon you? And when you reflect on that, think about the impact that you're having on the other people that are surrounded by you. Because this triangle is so simplistic, but it's also really holistic in looking at how you present as an individual. Nobody ever wants and can have perfect in any side of the triangle. It's about getting the balance, getting a healthy balance that is not toxic, that is not overwhelming, and that actually enhances you. And see what you can do to ensure that the stable main aspects are being met. Because for all you know, you're working extremely hard and doing all the right things, but there are certain little things or toxic people that are pushing you down, that you can actually eliminate those things and start to have a healthier life. And I hope this has helped. I just felt like this time we do something different, we do something practical, and we do something that I'm absolutely passionate about to share with you so that you can use for yourself or share with other people. And hopefully it changes something about you or something about how you do things tomorrow.